Welcome back. All right, do you have a closet full of clothes but nothing to wear? We've all been there. And wouldn't it be nice to unlock our style potential using pieces we already own? Luckily, our next guest is a style expert, and she's here to share her Shop Your Closet First philosophy. Yolanda Taylor, welcome to Great Day, Washington. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for
Yes.
having
Hi,
me.
Yolanda. How are you today?
Oh, I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for being a part of the Coaching Collective online and taking time out of your day to share a little bit about yourself and what you do with our audience.
Well, I am a wardrobe stylist. I call myself a wardrobe strategist because after a certain age for women, it's a strategy to get dressed. We have to dress based on what our bodies tell us we want to put on. I'll just say our bodies tell us what we need to put on as opposed to what we might want to put on. And so I help guide women through some of the mental stress about getting dressed.
Well, it's nice. And what we wear definitely changes how we feel about ourselves and how we're going to then also, I think, where we go and who we interact with and how they interact with us. I think first impressions are very important, and what you do is important for women to put their best foot forward and put their best selves forward.
Yes, and just having the peace of mind that knowing when you go into your closet, when something comes up and you have to do something in a hurry, you can go and put that thing on
Yeah.
and feel like the things that are already in your closet, they fit, you feel like you look great in them, and you're not worrying about, the thing that I wanted to wear, I thought I was going to wear, I can't wear. And so I help make sure that everything in your closet are things that you love and things that fit. So, because it can be demoralizing when you're running in, you think you're going to wear this thing and you go in there and it doesn't fit. And
Yeah.
it just adds to the stress
Mhm.
to your life. That's why, for me, I look at the approach of wardrobe styling as an essential part of your self-care.
I like that. I like that idea. So, what
Okay.
got you into being a wardrobe strategist?
Well, it came to me when my body changed. I call it body the menopausal or perimenopausal body betrayal time. I looked up and, my body parts, I'm working out
Who
and
am I? Who is this person, right? Yeah.
I know, yeah, I look down and you're doing all these crunches and exercises and
Nothing's working.
the baby or that I'm like, but I'm not pregnant, but it's still there, your stomach's sticking out because that's all a part of menopause, all these other hormonal issues, you're sweating more. So now I had to start thinking about how I was going to get dressed.
Hmm.
Things that I thought I enjoyed wearing, turtlenecks, I could no longer wear because the thought of a turtleneck. And I literally abandoned all scarves. So I thought to myself, can't be the only person getting this stressed out from getting dressed and dealing with the change in my body. And this is why I love life coaches. That's why I reached out to you. I love coaches that help us get our mind right so we can do sometimes just the simple things. And I like things that should be simple that can add to the stress in our lives. And that was one of the things. And I said, I wanted to help other women who are going through this whole thing as I went through my journey, because I've always been styling women and helping women for many, many years. But this was a part of the styling part that was like, then you really realize at this age that it's not just about fashion. It is about functionality. It is about your own honing in on your own personal style, but also feeling comfortable. And you know that comfortable and style can be in the same sentence. Those two words can be in the same sentence,
Yeah.
and they need to be. You start thinking about, do I really need to wear 4.5, 5-inch heels? Everything, it's a season in your life, things start changing, but you can still feel, I want women to still feel sexy and beautiful. You can do all that you just have to, your size might have to go up, styles might have to, you can get maybe that kind of style that you want, but you just have to tweak it here and there so you can have that same feeling that you had in your clothes before.
Mhm.
Those are the things that I help women get through mentally. I decided recently I should also go and get a little bit of life coaching to help my clients even further navigate that. So I am a certified life coach practitioner to help women navigate that particular space.
Mhm. Yeah, and I think we've all been in that position too, where we think, "Oh, nobody will see me. I'm just going to throw this thing on real quick," and then lo and behold, that individual that you would have never wanted you to see you wearing that is there, and you're just thinking, "Oh my gosh!" But you threw that outfit on because you were in a hurry and it was comfortable and accessible. So, like what you're saying, making those changes to your wardrobe and lifestyle of making, because we all want to be attractive. We all want to be thought of. We are beautiful, but then, we sometimes, some people lack some self confidence. And then things like the things that we wear really do make a difference. I think making those changes into bringing in clothes that make us feel attractive and comfortable and are accessible quickly for moments such as that. Then when we throw something on real quick and we're caught off guard, running into somebody that we weren't ready to run into, we still look and feel good and we still made that great impression and we can think, you know, highly of our choices and feel good about it.
Right. I always say opportunities are never lost. Just go to people who are better dressed and ready.
Right.
Because you never know who you're seated next to. I'm also a retired flight attendant. You never know who you're sitting next to on that plane. That could be a client, a customer, a
Mhm.
business person, or someone in the academic world, or whatever you're doing that could help you uplift and elevate your business.
Mhm.
Could be sitting next to you. So I'm not saying you need to, walk around in Chanel in the airport and high heels. I'm just saying, even if you're in cute athleisure, you look alert. You
Mhm.
look like you're ready to go.
Right.
And what I do is go in and help women when they go in their wardrobes. I
Yeah.
help you reimagine things because there's only when we do that, like you were talking about, you just run in and you grab something. That's usually the same 20% that you grab all the time. It's that same black dress. Or we buy the same thing over and over. I had one client, she had 5 black dresses, the same cut dresses. It's like a uniform. And I get it. I get it. I have like about 20 black turtlenecks now that I'm at the end of menopause. But I get it.
Right.
But you have like all this stuff in your closet, especially when you're 40 and over, you got a ton of stuff in your closet.
Mhm.
So you need to look at yourself and start reimagining your wardrobe and reimagining all this other great thing. You have all this great stuff in your closet. Shop your closet first.
Right.
Then that way you're not wearing the same things. And then you start to feel better about yourself and you start feeling good about what's in your closet. And you become creative. A lot of women, they're like so creative. I'm like, do you need me to shop for you? No, 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 I love it. And they're getting back to their old selves. It's most of us, we just lose ourselves because life is life, and right?
Mhm. Yes.
Things happen. I mean, just like out of nowhere, and we get caught up in wearing the same old thing, doing the same old thing, and becoming invisible.
Yes, yeah. And you get busy. And so then when you also do laundry or you buy something new, a lot of things don't get shifted around correctly in your drawers or in your closet. And so when you finally do clean or organize your belongings, then you run across something, you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot I had that shirt. It's like shopping in your own closet. I do that all the time. Maybe I have too many clothes, I don't know. But then I think, oh, this is great. And when you see and organize your items, you can also see, with help from somebody like yourself, how you can use it in a different way for a different look. Like maybe you can put this jacket with this dress, and you hadn't thought of that before. You just didn't have that objective point of view with your clothing items. You bought it for this reason and you only wore it for that reason. And it's just nice to be able to expand your thoughts and be able to express yourself differently, utilize everything that you have in a different way.
Yeah, that's definitely it. That's definitely it. When you go into your closet and you start looking at things holistically and you really just start pulling things out piece by piece and you take that time. And the reason why it's a part of your self-care, sometimes you just go into your closet, shut the door, tell everybody to go somewhere, fix yourself, treat yourself, fix yourself a nice charcuterie board, get some
That's
tea.
a nice idea. Sounds
Yeah,
good.
and close the door and treat it like it's your own boutique and start playing in your closet. You will regain 60 to 70% of what you already have in your closet. So the 20% you're only using, you'll get back about 50, an extra 50% of those clothes because you'll be able to start creating new outfits from those things.
Yeah, I like that idea.
You've already cleaned out your closet. You can still recreate things
Mhm.
from what you already have
Mhm.
and get more miles and ROI out of those things that you already purchased. So uh, take that time for yourself and tune everything else out. Listen to your life coach and just listen to some positive things. That's why I love life coaches. I love coaches. I love therapists. I love because it is a big part of who we are. I'm the icing on the cake. I just have my own slice of trying to help you feel good about yourself when you look at yourself in the mirror.
Mhm.
But a lot of that work has to be done on the inside.
It sure does. There's a lot of positive self-talk that needs to go on consistently every single day, to really drown out that voice of self-doubt or that voice that says, I'm not good enough, or I'm not pretty enough, I don't look good enough, I'm not attractive. Yep, there needs to be that positive, strong voice to keep reinforcing the correct and true message that you are attractive, you are beautiful, you are worthy, you look great, you're worth it, and to know your true value. That voice needs to become bigger and bigger and stronger every single and show up for you, for yourself every single day. From the minute you wake up to the very last voice you hear in your head, hopefully that is that strong, powerful, loving voice of self-care. I love that. I love that message. I completely agree. And a little bit ago, you mentioned that you used to be a flight attendant. So, what happened, or what made you make the decision to switch careers?
Well, I've always kind of been the styling has always been a side hustle and but the thing was COVID hit. And I'm a full-time caregiver. That's another thing at this age we forget ourselves because many of us are, I'm not in the sandwich generation anymore. My kids are grown and gone, but I take care of my dad.
Mm-hmm.
And so he has 12 doctors and I couldn't put him at risk. So I stayed home and decided to be his full-time caregiver. And I needed to create a business that allowed me the flexibility to do the thing that I love and I've always loved, along with being able to care for my dad and give him the attention that he deserves.
I love that. I love that. I think that is so commendable of you. That's a great story to share with everybody. I'm glad for you and for your dad, and I'm sure that's a decision that you do not regret at all.
No, I don't. I don't. My dad took great care of us as kids. And so now, I feel like this is just a part of the circle of life. And we need to take care of our elders and make sure that they're safe. It's better sometimes to have them in our home. Now,
Mhm.
and it is work. It is work. And many times, people, we women especially, we forget ourselves. That's another thing that we pour into our careers, we pour into our children, And now we have our elderly parents coming to live with us, or we have to go and take care of them on top of that. Not to mention the community work, nonprofits, all the extra things with your churches, synagogues, mosques, all these things that you're doing on top of that. We forget ourselves. We forget that, when we look in the mirror, we forget ourselves. We're like, women always say to me, I was always the best dressed. I always just loved clothes, and I don't know what happened. What happened is that life overtook you, and you didn't have enough time. You didn't carve out time for yourself. And I just want to help you get back to that fun part of you that you used to enjoy. Especially if you're somebody who enjoyed getting dressed and looking good and feeling good. And it's so fulfilling to me when women make that transition. I have clients who send me pictures from wherever they're living in the world. Some people have moved, and they're showing me outfits that they have, that we created from their closet, that they're wearing. And they're getting back to their old self. And it's a beautiful, beautiful experience for me.
That's wonderful. It's probably just, very rewarding work.
Yes.
Yeah. Is there anything on the horizon for you, for your from At the Style Table, that you want to share with other people right now? Anything new that you're going to be exploring, or any new content? I know you're always putting out great content. I love to see all your fashion and all the knowledge you're sharing about style and confidence, and that's just really great to see. But is there anything else that you'd like to share with everybody?
Well, I am really pushing this thought process of less is more. I want to focus more on the buying with intention, buying less and with intention, and shopping your closet first. So at the style table, we'll be leaning more towards sustainability and taking care of the planet, and doing what we can to take care of people who work in manufacturing that need to be treated better, and making better choices as much as we can. It's not going to be perfect, but any little bit we do is helpful. So that's what we're at the style tables moving towards. Adding some of my own products. I'm looking for manufacturers now that I'm doing my best to.
Exciting.
I look for companies that will do their best to do the right thing. And that's what I'm really focusing on now. And then and helping women with their self-care, and pushing this as self-care, because it really is self-care when you can go in the closet and put something on that you feel great in, and you walk out the door, and that gives you that extra boost of confidence. When you walk out the door, because like you said, that's what you always run into somebody. You never know. I was in the grocery store on New Year's Eve grabbing some last minute things. Thank goodness I had a coordinating legging, athleisure, and my little hat matched my silver jacket. But this lady said, "Were you on the Today Show?" I'm like, "Oh my God." I had like makeup and hair. I was like, "Oh my God." And this was, I said, "Oh my God," because this is your neighborhood. Your neighbors recognize. And I'm like, "Oh my God, I should."
Well, you said at least you're coordinated with colors. I know sometimes I'm like, oh wow, what is all this going on? How did I don't know if I would have tried to look so uncoordinated if I could have, like, you just threw it on. But yeah, I like that. And I'm glad you mentioned the Today Show, because that's where I first saw you, was on the Today Show. And I just thought that you were telling a little bit about yourself, and I just thought, oh, she's really awesome, and I'm going to follow her on Instagram right now. So yeah, that was fun to see.
And I saw you and I was looking at everything that you were putting out, which is also great, uplifting content. And I said, man, I like her. And so, so I reached out, I said, we've got to talk.
I'm glad you did. That was great.
Yeah, I really love what you're doing. And I always, it's so important, you guys, to coaches can save you a lot of time. Coaches actually save you money because if your mind is right, you can make better decisions, right?
Yes.
Um,
Yep.
I believe in coaches. I've hired coaches. Um, and it is so, so important. You will save, I know it seems like an investment, but it's the best investment in yourself that you can ever make.
It is.
Truly,
Truly.
truly,
I,
truly.
I love it. Yes. And I like the whole idea of your holistic approach to where you're taking your company. Because that's, a lot of people will say you truly know where your values are, where you put your money at, right? So you're putting money into clothes, accessories that you wear daily, and you know where they came from, and you know that they are from the most sustainable resources that are out there. That feels good to me. You're
Yeah,
you're making a great impact and helping support companies that support our environment, support our community, support good wages, um, and also supports yourself, your self care, just like you said earlier. So I think I really love that holistic approach um, to to what you bring to the table at the style table.
yeah, and I'm realistic. I mean, you're not going to be every.
Right? Yeah.
Not that people have a whole lot of time to do a whole lot of research, but just kind of think about those things. And one of the easiest ways for you to think about those things is shop your closet first. You're
Hmm.
helping, less is more,
Hmm.
and then shop with intention.
Yes.
And that way you're not just buying a bunch of things that are going to end up what I call in the back, the closet graveyard.
Right.
The graveyard section of your closet that you never wear. And think about with everything going on, the economy is so uncertain. Bless somebody. I don't want to say donate your clothes, but share. It's treat it as sharing. You're sharing what you have with others.
That's how I think of it. I frequently donate, and I think to myself, I haven't used this for, I don't know, I can sometimes say years, and I don't see myself using it. So somebody else could use it. So I frequently donate all the time, and it does make me feel good that somebody will utilize that donation somewhere. I'm giving back somehow, even in that what could seem like such a small gesture, right, makes a big impact. So I like that idea, and I like the idea of less is more. I remember one of my daughters telling me years ago. Um, they're also older now and out of school, but when I used to go pick them up in the school line, one time, one of them said, "Why do you always have to look so perfect?" And that could until we could go off on all kinds of conversations about that, right? But what it made me think was less is more, right? Less is more. And so I don't have to try so hard sometimes. And you don't have to go after that latest piece that's being marketed to you constantly. And like you said, may end up in the, what did you call it? Wardrobe graveyard. Yeah.
Graveyard, yeah.
Yeah. So less is more. You probably already have so many great pieces to work with. You just need a little bit of help or some wisdom and knowledge and how to coordinate them and make the best usage out of what you have. And make a great impression that way. You don't have to try so hard with what's being marketed towards you. I feel like we think we need to keep trying for something because that's what marketing does, right? With the clothes, and they're like telling you you need this and you need that. Um, Maybe you already have something very similar to that. So,
Yeah, you can, and I will say this, I challenge your guests to Look in your closet and create something new from what you already have in it. Think of one of your favorite designers and
Mm.
try to recreate that look or something similar to it that you would like from what's already in your closet. You'll be surprised. You can. You can. Yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
nice. Good words of advice. So, where can people find your information? You have
Well,
letters and podcasts and posts.
I am almost everywhere. I'm at the Style Table on Facebook and Instagram. I'm Yo Taylor on TikTok. I am Yolanda Taylor on LinkedIn. And let's see what else. And YouTube at the Style Table at YouTube as well. And YoTaylor.com if you want to just reach out to me, but at thestyletable.com. So just reach out to me or DM me if you want to talk. I do just if you mention the mention this podcast, we will send you a free webinar. Um, so you can watch, and I give you all kinds of tips on the best way to maximize the money that's already in your closet.
Well, that's wonderful. That's great. I hope many people reach out to you. I'm sure they will. You have quite the following, and the your audience seems to keep, I mean, it's growing and growing all the time, and I'm happy to be a part of it. And I loved interacting and seeing the comments that come out and seeing your newsletters are just you're so successful in so many ways, and I'm so glad that people like you share your story and share um your time and energy into helping other people, because it's, I mean, you're giving yourself to this company that you've started and built, and it continues to grow and continues to help people. I'm thankful for people like you.
Oh, thank you. And likewise, what you're doing is phenomenal. What you're doing to help women, and you are a beautiful spirit inside and out.
I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. And just like earlier when we said we women tend to not take care of themselves first after a certain age, I feel, I've also struggled in that realm. And if you're constantly helping other people, whether it be family and friends, or just, what you do in your job, or just even when you're alone creating content to help people, um, you're you're creating information to reach somebody to improve their life in some way, and that takes time and energy and effort. And sometimes we're not hearing a lot of we don't get a lot of that good feedback. So that compliment from you, just it means it's a whole lot. It's filling up my cup of joy. So thank you so much for letting
Oh,
me know that.
oh, thank you. And likewise, I definitely, we're all out here trying to share, and when we lift each other up, everybody benefits,
I,
So I love that. I love the sisterhood.
we have to work together, right? It's not
Right.
about being out there by yourself and hiding and hoping other people aren't seen, and really feel like the more everybody shares, there's something out there for everybody, and there's somebody out there for everybody to relate to. Um, there's more than enough to go around. So, yeah,
Exactly.
and we lift each
Exactly.
other up.
Oh my gosh, this is so great. Thank you so much. I'm so honored.
Thank you for taking your time again with the Coaching Collective Online, and I will be talking to you soon. And I look forward to working with you in the future.
Absolutely. Likewise.
All right, take care.